Welcome. Today we are going to explore patterns in waves through a data collection tutorial. In patterns physics, this is associated with 5L1. In class, we have been looking at how cell phones work. Through this complex process, words can go from your mouth to somebody else's ear. Today we're going to focus on somewhere in between step 2 and 3, and how can we encode information on waves? Particularly, how can we use ones and zeros and get that information to be held within a wave itself? To do this, we're going to look at exploring a simulation on the right. While Slinkies are good models of waves, to get this more accurately, we'll use that simulation. We're going to look at two research questions. How does frequency affect wavelength? And how does frequency affect wave velocity? Different groups should use different tensions, which I will show how to set up here in a moment. Some groups might use low tension, and some groups might use medium tension. The experiment that is going to be performed on PhET's wave on a string. This can be Googled, or it's also linked on the lab template. To set up this experiment, you're going to click on the top left corner, oscillate. In the top right corner, click no end. Down here at the bottom, we suggest doing dampening. And you can change your tension to your whichever setting you are preferring. I will choose low for this scenario. For this scenario, we're going to look at, again, two things. The first is, how does frequency affect its wavelength? I'm doing low tension and an amplitude of 1 centimeter. So let me change my amplitude now to 1 centimeter. Because that's our control, we will leave that constant. My first frequency is going to be at 0.5 hertz. So I will turn my frequency down to 0.5 hertz. One tip is that you can use these arrow keys to change the frequency a little bit better. The next thing that we suggest is you can change you can add the ruler to measure that distance. Now remember, the wavelength is the length of one wave. From crest to crest, or top to top, bottom to bottom, or midpoint to another midpoint. In this case, I prefer to measure from top to top. So what I can do is I can pause and I can move my ruler around to find the wavelength. Now this ruler is set up so that every small tick mark is 0.2. So if I want to measure this length, I have 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, and about 2.5 centimeters. I can take that and enter in my wavelength, 2.5 centimeters. I can go back and I can change my frequency to a higher frequency. Now let's change it to 1.0. And again, once this is set up, I can pause it and move my ruler around, and I can find now I'm at 1.2 centimeters. Oftentimes students mistake this measurement right here to be 1.1, but remember, each tick mark means 0.2. Going back, I can write that in 1.2 centimeters. You can continue this by changing the frequency as you go. Now, in the next, or after you've finished research question A, we can go to research question B. How does frequency affect its wave velocity? And to set this up, we're going to keep the same controls: low tension, 1 centimeter of amplitude, and time traveling at 1 second. So I'm going to enter this in 1 second all the way here. And you can see that my wave velocity is coded. You should do that yourself. What I want to do is I want to figure out how far does the wave travel in 1 second. So for this feature, I'm going to need to use the timer tool. The timer tool won't start playing until you press play, and you can stop it and reset it this way. I would suggest using slow motion to be able to do this. So I click slow motion. Importantly, I'm paused right now, and I'm going to click play on the timer. And I want to see how far this wave will travel in 1 second. You could use the play button here, or you could by pressing this, or alternatively, if you click on the forward button, it will move it forward. And if you hold it down, it will go very slowly for you. And right now, again, we want to see how far this will travel in 1 second. I'll move that there, right to 1 second, and you can see how far the waves traveled. I'm going to take my ruler over, and I'm going to measure. It looks like this wave has traveled 1.2 centimeters in 1 second. And it looks like my frequency down here is at 1. So I missed this first one. I will go down to the second one, 1.2. Now we can reset this by pressing the reset button. I need to go back and remeasure my frequency at 0.5 hertz. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to lower my frequency down. I'm going to reset my timer, press play, and let my timer go to 1 second again. Once that gets to 1 second, I can remeasure the distance that that wave traveled in 1 second. Almost there. Looks like I'm there. How far did that wave travel in 1 second? Well, it looks like it traveled 1.2 centimeters. You should continue this all the way down. Now, after you've completed this data table, you have 2 graphs to make. In our experiment 5L1, we can make those 2 graphs. Remember, the 2 research questions are frequency versus wavelength and frequency versus wave velocity. Once you've completed those 2 graphs, you should be ready to analyze your graphs. Be sure to compare your data with other groups. Good luck and have fun.